Can you dig it? It's the controversial duo on the mic. Pedge Tattoos and Marco bring you the Mood Lounge Show.
Hey, welcome to the Mood Lounge Show. I'm your host once again, Pedge Tattoos.
And once again, your co-host, Marco with a K.
So, welcome to show number 45.
45.
45, bro. So
I feel like Mr. Krabs right now, like when he's on the ship going, day 50 with the fucking thing, you know what I mean?
Show 45!
Day 45! Zelinsky bullshit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Fuck.
But, so the hot topic of the week.
Zelinsky's shitty poker game.
Wow.
Which is just
wow, I will
crazy
put up a clip. It was a fucking back.
All I'm seeing
forth.
on the internet now is just constantly fucking Monopoly games, fucking poker games, blackjack games. Just
these memes
him
are
just sitting there. You don't have the cards here. You don't. You're in no position to dictate how I'm gonna feel.
Yeah. So
You're gonna lose to the house. He didn't say the last part, but
But I was sitting there editing on Friday, and I'm editing, and I spoke the day before to a very good old friend of mine, Sal, and we were sitting there shooting the shit for like 2 fucking hours about whatever. And the next day, you know, because he posts a lot of conspiracy shit and whatnot, and we're on the same page. So he calls me, and I'm all like, yeah, and he goes, hey, put on CNN. It's like, what? He goes, put on Fox News. Put on some fucking news. It's like, why? He goes, Zelinsky just got his ass handed to him by Trump. I go, bull fucking shit. So, dude, I click it on, and I was like, I paused the editing. I clicked it on, and all of a sudden, it's like fucking, I just see Zelinsky like,
yeah,
you know, making these faces, and he's like, I don't play the cards. This is impossible. It's like, I really, really want to help our peoples, and you give me money, and you know, and it's like Putin this and Putin that, criminal dictator, you know.
And JD's just going like, you didn't say thank you, and then Trump's just like, no, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and he's doing his thing.
Position. You don't have the cards right now.
You're on
with
the
us. You start having cards. Right now, you don't have playing cards.
Oh my God!
You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
I mean, the memes that are coming out are now fucking outrageous. It's just there's pictures of a little Zelinsky, like normal head, but a little body sitting with his legs dangling, and he's just like, I don't know how to play cards. Like, you know, I mean, look.
I've seen like they're like throwing it into Monopoly now. It's like you don't have the cards. You know what I mean? Like you're 2 hours in.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
it's just crazy.
I mean, what's your opinion on this whole thing? I know you're not a fucking you're not crazy about fucking world politics and stuff, but you do know a lot of shit that's going on, especially with this Ukraine thing. It's been like what, 3 years now that they've been doing this shit. So, what do you think is going to be an outcome from this?
I think Zelinsky's going to be a bitch and sign away everything. You know what I mean? Then he's going to get fucked because he's been fumbling, not going to lie. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to fucking start revising, you know what I mean, his political career or anything, but he's literally not in a good position, as Trump has been saying. You know what I mean? He does not have the cards.
No.
You know what I mean? He's got a 2 and a 7 in Texas Hold'em. That's the worst hand you can have.
And like,
so he's not going to fucking play that.
He ran to fucking Europe because he got kicked out of the White House immediately. I mean, he just got fucking like shoot out, and he went straight to Great Britain, and he's over there in Great Britain kissing whatever that other fucking that fag's name. And I'm saying fag because they have this new thing.
What?
They have this new law where it's fucking anything you say on social media, they can hold it against you, they can extradite you. I really doubt America's going to let anybody get extradited for fucking saying opinions.
Right.
And facts, of course. You know, if, you want to state obvious shit, the UK is not a Christian nation no more. The UK is majority Muslim. It is a Muslim country now. It's done. They just got overtaken, and whatever the fuck the deal is with them, I really don't give a shit. But Zelinsky ran there to get fucking, reassurance.
Yeah.
To get fondled, to just...
To get fondled.
Yeah, to get fondled, as long as you give me money, you can play with my suka blit.
If you can't give us,
and that's another thing.
Can't give us some financial support. Okay,
Zelinsky,
please give us a credit,
Vance,
and we will give you back
he was
money.
so dismissive. He kept shaking his head, looking at the floor, going, "No, that's not true. No."
Yeah.
And then he went suka blit. And dude, you play it back, they blow up the face, the words, his lips are going suka. So he was basically fucking very adamant and just blowing shit off. And he whatever he's been doing for the last 3 years, he thinks it was going to continually work. There's a new sheriff in town. That's Donald J.
It's just
Trump.
ridiculous. Like, how the fuck did he think that? You know what I mean? He was gonna let this go without, you know what I mean, repercussions or something.
I really
because
didn't
he still didn't even apologize, like to fucking
He didn't
fix it.
He went on fucking Brett Baer
Kept,
and
like,
he said,
fucking jumping around, and like Brett Baer like twice asked him, you know what I mean? Be like,
"Would you
he
like
asked him
to
again, he said,
apologize?" Or
well, some people feel, you owe an apology or whatever.
And
he's
he
just like-
didn't.
Still,
He
he's
didn't
just like,
apologize.
fucking, this is him. More money. And then finally, fucking, when they switched over to a next topic, it's
Yeah.
like he's then looking at him in the eye and talking to him.
I love the fact that Trump. Well, actually, Vance was like fucking throwing shit at him
Yeah.
by saying.
I was laughing because like I didn't expect them to like just go like, not fucking one time. Like, I'm just watching the finger wagging like the whole fucking time, and like he's just sitting there like a little child that just got yelled at for trying to steal candy or something.
Had he came in and said straight up, "I would like to thank."
Yeah,
Mr.
things
Trump,
would
the
have
American
gone
people, the
way fucking
taxpayers.
differently if he kissed ass, like at least, you know what I
Right.
mean?
But he went
and
in
it's not
there-
even kissing ass. It's just like it's the right thing to do.
But he went in there, and prior to him getting there, he was, dropping off fucking like his little homemade speech, and his homemade speech was like, Putin this, Putin that, Putin the war criminal, Putin's gonna fucking take over all of Europe, blah, 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 blah. Just putting fear tactics into people. So he tried to pull that shit, and, whatever, they were talking for a good, 5-10 minutes. And that's when JD was just like, you've been here all this time, blah, blah, blah. Then the reporter behind, and then the reporter behind said, "Can I ask Mr. Zelinsky, President Zelinsky, a question?" And he was just like, "Yeah, go ahead, ask me a question,
Yeah.
And then he just goes, "Do you own a suit?"
What?
Straight up, he goes,
wait,
"Do
he
you
asked him?
own a suit?" So he goes, "Yes, I own many suits. Maybe not as nice as yours. Maybe nicer than yours." Trying to
That's a good point, but like, why? Yeah, why the fuck doesn't he wear the damn suits?
"Well, the American people are kind of dismayed that you're always in like fatigues.
Yeah.
Like
Some stupid
like
fucking-
he's showing like
yeah.
that he's fucking part of the war cause. He's not.
He hasn't fought a day in his life.
Dude, he's a fucking actor.
Yeah.
It was a puppet fucking government that was installed. I forgot the guy's name, Lubashenko or whatever his name was fucking. They kicked him the fuck out. They got rid of him because he was a Russian sympathizer. Look, I really don't know what the fuck's going on, but at one fucking time, communist Russia was everywhere.
Yeah.
And we're going to get back to the fucking nitty-gritty facts that World War II was ended because of Russia's sacrifice and the United States' cooperation. Up until then, fucking Nazi Germany was eating everybody. Eaten. And they said something like 26 million, it could be even greater, Russians died in World War II to liberate Europe and to liberate the world, to get Nazism out. So, they were planning and they made a deal, East and West Berlin, and that was going on till 1989.
Right.
And then after 1989, fucking Reagan was pushing, to Gorbachev, Gorbachev, take your walls down, whatever. So he made a deal. He said, fine, as long as NATO doesn't infringe and doesn't come close to us. Well, dude, they lied. America lied. It was fucking fuck you. You're going to do as we say, And now later you have how many ex-countries, including Ukraine. Ukraine wants to be in NATO. Look, it ain't going to happen. You and I both know.
Yeah.
Ukraine is not going to be. And for all the people with the Slava Ukraine, fuck you. Because, dude, they fucking, the NATO bombed, primarily the United States, bombed Serbia for 78 days into oblivion. Nothing was drafted. Nobody agreed. The United States took it upon itself to do that. That was a test to see how far they could stick their nose in. They did, and The situation today is now another powder keg. Even though they say there's peace and there's K4 and S4 and this 4 and whatever fucking... No. Let me tell you something. Bosnia is going to light up. Mark my words, the prediction, Bosnia is going to light the fuck up. Kosovo is going to light the fuck up. I really doubt that Montenegro and Macedonia, who are now NATO members, are going to fight against former Yugoslavian republics. So, look, end of the day, I really think Trump is pushing for peace. Yeah. I really hope, what I've been reading, that he's going to pull all U.S. troops out of NATO bases in Europe.
Right.
He's going to pull back to 1990 fucking standards as it was. The Europeans can take care of their own mess. I predict the Europeans are going to push on Russia. I really do. They think they're doing a good thing. I think they're going to provoke Russia into a third world war. Right. And I think Russia is going to just nuke half of Europe. It's like, and America's not going to say a fucking word. I think they're going to let it happen, like Paris, UK, Germany, and then he's going to say, okay, Vlad, come on, Mr. Putin, President Putin, chill out. Let's not get carried away.
Let's not whip our dicks out here. You know, you already did.
Because, like, dude, not for nothing. Yes, the UK is what do you call it? Is a partner with the United States. But I'm going to be all honest with you. Like, they really don't give a fuck what they're doing. They you know, Great Britain has always been a monarchy. It's always been fucking, you know, they want to tax people. They want to take over lands and colonialize and all of that. And they can fuck themselves. I really, you know, clean up your own fucking mess. I'm proud of Trump. Trump's doing America first. And
he's doing America first.
He's doing America first, man. He's fucking everybody in America first.
This ain't the fucking South Park episode.
Dude, it's a fucking Jerkmate special.
So do you think President Trump is a grand masturbator or a platinum puller?
Yeah. I think his wife is a platinum puller.
Really?
Pulling them lips.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah. But what do you got on your list?
The Epstein files were supposed to be released.
Hello,
they were supposed to. They were supposed to, but
they were partially.
Well, 2 days ago they actually they rickrolled everybody 2 days ago.
What?
They said they released it. Then the link led to a fucking rickroll.
Oh,
you know what rickroll is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Never gonna give you. Yeah. They left that shit on for hours before they fucking took it down and be like, "Oh, sorry, that was just a little miscommunication from our social media department."
Insane.
Which it's literally the official House Judiciary GOP official Twitter account.
Really?
Which is fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? And then I'm hearing that they released it, but like all the shit is literally like as black as this fucking table right here, like this. You know what I mean? This headboard. Literally, it's just all, you know what I mean, just blacked out. So it's like, do you think we're ever gonna get the fucking files for the names?
I think we will, because now, you know,
not like fucking 50 years from now when everybody's dead, and you know what I mean. Like, we can't do anything.
My prediction is they're gonna release it, but people in the FBI that are still in that deep state fucking swamp, they are trying to protect people. Because it's a lot of senators are on there.
Right.
A lot. They released the people that we did know were on there. De Niro, this one, that one, you know, fucking Diddy. All the people were released. Clinton, supposedly he was only on there 4 or 5 times. But then when you look at...
You mean the flight logs?
Yeah, on the flight... No, they're saying, like, the list that he was there, whatever, 3 or 4 times. But when you look at the flight log, it's more like 12 to 18 times. You know, and then he didn't tell anybody. Like, just up at, like, 1 in the morning, he took that jet straight to the fucking Epstein Island. Like, I guess he got a hard on you, wonder fucking 11-year-old. I don't fucking know.
He had a wet dream, woke up,
like, come over here, baby.
You know, I gotta go now.
Come over here. Let me show you what it's like to be a former president.
Let me show you what we did in my administration.
Hey, you want to do a Lewinsky on me?
What the...
You know? But, look, I think it's going to come out. It's just a lot of people trying to protect certain people. A lot of people are
being protected.
So, an uncanny coincidence, fucking Gene Hackman and his wife died.
Oh, what?
In Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Who was Gene Hackman? I forgot.
All right, Gene Hackman. I can't really think of other roles except for the famous French Connection.
French Connection.
French Connection was made in the late 60s, early 70s. I think it's more early 70s.
What? Birdcage.
Oh, yeah.
Birdcage.
My fiance just told me, thank you very much, Birdcage.
Really?
Birdcage with Robin Williams, Frank Azaria, and I forgot the other guy's name. The guy was like, that played the wife. Guy was fucking hysterical.
We would only know because we watched the movie like fucking once every like 2 years now or whatever.
Yeah, once every year we like to try to like watch it over again.
Family Birdcage night, like what?
Yeah,
the fuck?
like we.
And it's ironic because like the movie's gay as hell. Like what?
It is. Fuck? It's like straight gay Miami, like Jew gay heaven. Like so.
The fuck.
Yeah, so we'd like to watch. Well, how it started. I know we're getting a little off topic, but how it started that we started watching Birdcage. I'm really crazy into movies, and I've like I've gotten Marco into like movies, things that he probably never would have looked at or watched. But
no, I probably would have found it on fucking YouTube, like shorts. You know what I mean? Like maybe like 5 years later,
right.
like once, and I'll be like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
But Marco, there's a lot of stuff that you would like.
Yeah, I know.
Like Monty Python's. I really doubt.
No, I actually got those recommended to me.
I know you do.
Yeah,
but
I know.
What I'm saying, but I kind of like popped your cherry.
All right, now we're just making
not meaning
like,
that way, but
no,
like
you
meaning
already made it.
I popped his movie bug cherry by like making him watch certain things that I grew up on: Monty Python's, Gilligan's Island, Sanford and Son. The Jeffersons.
So rather having it recommended like by chance on my phone or some shit like.
I kind of like told Marco, "Hey, you want to watch something Dad used to watch?" And he's like, "Yeah,
And then seeing that shit for the first time, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, and then I remember. I think it all started with Men in Tights.
Yeah.
So I put Men in Tights on for Marco, and I said, "Hey, Marco," and I brought it up on YouTube, and I put the whole part up where they're going, "We're men in tights." Yes,
literally.
So Marco loved that, cracking up. He would like,
it was like the first like time I've seen like that kind of humor, but like movie wise, like it's not just kids on the playground joking around. What I mean? It's like it's actually fucking. There's adults sitting here fucking around on scripts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so. I remember Marco, like, he would watch it once, and then the second time he would watch it, he'd start noticing each individual character, they were doing something. There was the blind guy, and he would turn around the wrong way, and the guy would
fucking
spin him
slapping
around.
the shit out of somebody on accident when
or
he turns
he'd slap
around.
in midair.
You know what I mean?
Look, it's slapstick comedy. It's hysterical. Yeah. So Marco graduated from that into Monty Python's, into like, I just... no holds barred. I'd let him, when I'd be watching some black and white, like from the 50s, like, yeah, I'm a gangster, you see? Yeah, I'm gonna rub you out. Yeah, where's my heater?
Bro,
yeah.
I can't fucking believe they fucking really thought that shit was cool back then.
So, then like every once in a while, Marco will come downstairs and I'll be watching Turner Movie Classics, and I don't know what it is. I really don't want to watch that shit, but I get into it like really towards the beginning. I go, I remember that when I was 8-9 years old, And then I'll start watching, and Marco will come and be like, "What are you watching?" I go, some old classic movie. And then Marco will start like getting into it, going, "Hey, what happened here?" And this and that. I can't believe they're singing right now. Like, I was gonna kill you,
dude. It's like a gangster movie, and they start breaking on the fucking musical,
dancing.
Like, these three bullies come over, like they start snapping. You know what I mean? I'm just like, bro. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Today you would just get shot.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Unfucking real.
Like, did they really honestly think that was cool back then?
Yeah, listen, musicals were a big thing in the fucking 30s, 40s because of vaudeville in the 20s. So it kind of just started to progress, and they thought that if you could throw out a song in the middle of a fucking, like, the guy's in love with the girl, and he goes, "Betty, I love you. I love you." And they start singing, and then they start doing a tap dance and shit.
Today you would get recorded, fucking blasted on every social media. Fucking everybody's gonna fucking laugh at you. You know what I mean?
But I mean, I think
you would get the shit beat out of you. You know what I mean?
The last musical I remember during the 70s, and it kind of, well, no, I'm lying here. No, it was 70s. So I remember. No, hold on. I remember
what the fuck?
West Side Story. That was like the only musical that I could remember that it's coming to play. But then I remember they tried to do another musical right after that, which was Grease Lightning.
Grease Lightning.
John Travolta.
Oh.
It's hydromatic. It's Grease Lightning. You got your get up on your motor and your Grease Lightning go.
This car could be
and then the fucking the hand jive. Don't
Hydromatic.
baby. Yeah, bro. Like, so that was a big musical that kids in school were like fucking hand jiving. I don't know. It was what it was. Now,
That was cool.
the only other musical that I can come to my mind There was another. They did Cats on the big screen, which was stupid.
They did what on the big screen?
Cats.
Oh.
It's stupid. It's a play, but they did it. They had all these actors dress up and fucking. There's a guy Corbin, whatever his name is. He's a blonde Englishman. He dressed up as a fat pussy. I don't fucking know. And then of course the most popular and stupidest is fucking Joker 3.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh, Joker 2. What am I saying? Joker 3. Joker 2, right?
Yeah.
Folly of Do. Yeah, Folly of Do. Yeah.
Yeah, that was not.
Yeah, that was a great.
That shit would have done numbers back in fucking. That shit would have done numbers back whenever the fuck the black and whites were coming out.
For real, bro.
Nah,
For
that
real.
shit was just not it.
So I don't even know how we got so off topic.
Yeah. Anyways,
But
Epstein
we
Island.
were. Well, no, hold on.
Like,
Let's get back to
man?
Birdcage.
Yeah, bro. What the fuck? Like, dude.
So Birdcage. So what I did was, me and Marco are like movie buffs. We start watching. I got like over 2,000 DVDs.
and this movie's pretty gay.
So as I hooked up with my fiance in the beginning, you know, I used to tell her about movies. You know, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I remember seeing that." And she saw that I had a big fucking DVD collection, and she was like, "Oh, let's watch this." So we started with Scarface, right? So we started with Scarface, and then from Scarface, you know, it was like it became like every 6 months we'll put on Scarface.
Then we'll watch The Warriors, you know what I mean, or something like that, which we haven't watched in a bit. So.
Right. And then there's also The Sopranos that we continually fucking start and never finish because it just gets, you know.
Then you're literally skipping like the whole fucking episode.
Yeah, because I just want to get to the part where he
so
goes,
then you might as well just look it up on YouTube.
Hey,
Man.
Tone, I lost my fucking shoe.
He says that to Paulie.
Yeah. So
Or Christopher. No, Christopher.
Well,
No, Paulie says it to Christopher.
But he calls up.
Yeah.
And he goes, Paulie, what's
I lost my fucking shoe.
I lost my fucking shoe. What, Paulie? My fucking shoe. You know, like, so, I mean, it's a funny
What are you going to
scene.
do? You know,
Yeah,
like,
so
you just can't hear him. But
it was a funny
it's
scene.
funny.
So we would do that, and then for like 2 or 3 weeks after watching Scarface, I'd start imitating it and whatever.
Yeah.
And she started getting more into it. And then I'd be like, hey. So I would, out of my fucking vast knowledge, I'd be like, you want to watch this? And she'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a shot. Puts it on, loves the movie. Everything that I put on, she's like, either she loves it or she's like, it was okay, you know.
okay.
It was parts, you know. So I one day said, hey, did you ever see The Birdcage? I go, it's about transvestites and this and that. Robin Williams is in it. She goes, Robin Williams didn't play gay. I go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on. Yo, she loved it. You know, my stepdaughter loved it. We started cracking the fuck up. So then we started to do, like, when we're bored, got nothing to do, she'll be like, let's watch The Birdcage, you know?
Yeah.
And it's always the same shit. We can't wait for the butler,
Yeah,
you know, to
every
come
time.
out and be like, fall down and
trip
goes, it
over
was
and
the
be like,
juice.
"It's the shoes."
It's the juice.
Yeah, it's
what
the
about the shrimp? Fuck the fucking shrimp. You know, so great fucking movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how we started with that, and that's why she mentioned The Birdcage, and I had to talk about it because that's a thing that we do, and
Yeah.
you know, we have movie night and we do that.
Ever since
But-
fucking Bird Box came out, I can't keep like
I know.
fucking mix them up.
Birdcage
with just,
and
like,
Bird Box, yeah.
Birdcage, Bird Box. You know, it's like fucking ridiculous.
Speaking about Bird Box, have you seen fucking MGK lately?
No. What
Dude,
the fuck happened to him?
okay, so he was trying to rebrand himself.
Again?
What he did was he did a tattoo to cover up black. He blacked out his arm, so he covered up all his tattoos with this black pyramid going like this, and it goes up his arm into like a fucking.
Why?
Literally, he's black. I don't know, and he's wearing some fucking crazy contacts. He's very effeminate, like the way he dresses. He's trying to do some new music. No more rapping. No more metal. He's just. I don't know.
So he
He's trying to
did
rebrand.
rap, then he went to metal, I think, or no?
I'm
then
gonna
he
be
went,
honest.
because then I kind of got lost when he went to that fucking like, you know what I mean, like that
All right,
soft guitar shit.
I
where,
think
like, he's just singing
growing
with
up,
us.
he probably was into, you know, some rock and whatever, and you know, pop music. But then rap was the big thing. You're living in a shitty neighborhood, he gravitated towards that. So that was his niche. Yo, he had skills, bro. He had fucking, you know, he could, you know, spit fucking
But then
verses.
he got,
like,
but then
you
he
know,
got hit with the fucking like, you know, you leave the hood and it's like you're no longer, you know what I mean, you
Yeah.
can't sing about the hood anymore. It's like, what the fuck?
I
you know?
think ever since he hooked up with Megan Fox, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. For some reason, I don't see Megan Fox as a positive role model in any way. She's another Angelina Jolie. You know,
That's
like
what you mean, yeah.
yeah. So, and anybody that's been with Angelina Jolie, nothing but fucking issues. Anybody who's been with Megan Fox, nothing but fucking issues.
Right.
So you could sue me if you like, but the fucking proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. So yeah, he got with her, and I don't know what she kept saying. Oh my God, you're so awesome, you're marvelous. She's pumping up his head.
Tattoo all your body black. Like what the fuck?
And not for nothing, but the same shit like Angelina Jolie did with fucking Billy Bob Thornton.
My bad.
With Billy Bob Thornton, with the blood around the neck in a little vial, and then they asked, "What's that?" "Oh, that's Angelina Jolie's blood." "Oh, that's Billy Bob's." Wackadoo! All right. And you see that it's Angelina and not Billy, because Billy, after that relationship, came back with a vengeance, normal vengeance. Angelina never came out of anything that she's been doing. She's just a mess. And the same shit with Megan Fox. She's had a few relationships, whatever it was. I think she even went dyke for a bit. I don't follow because I don't. For me, she was a one-hit wonder. I'm surprised she never started doing porn. I think she would have been more popular doing porn. People wanted to see the fucking snatch,
Right.
But whatever. Yeah, I think she started getting in his head, and they started getting all in this mystic shit, and he started carrying her blood around his neck.
Right.
So, kind of weird. She got pregnant, I think. They had a kid. I'm not exactly sure if it was one kid or two, but I know she had a kid with him, and they broke up. And supposedly they're back together. I'm pretty sure he went back begging. Like, I wear your blood. I don't know. But, I gave MGK big props when he threw that diss track at Eminem. And I know some people say Eminem won that because he came back hard and everything.
No.
I'm going to be honest.
Came back soft. I'm sorry.
Yeah, look, Eminem came back as Eminem. And, yeah, it was witty and the lyrics were fire and whatnot. Okay, but I'm going to be honest. He did Kill Shot, and what was the name of
Rap Devil?
Rap Devil.
Yeah.
When he did Rap Devil, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. He fucking spit fire. He didn't have to fucking like Eminem does. He just went and then he went into just pop. Dude, it was only like 3 verses. It wasn't like Eminem's fucking 94 verses, that he says it wasn't 94 verses. He says it was 1 verse or 2 verses, but with a chorus. But, whatever. Look, M is fire. I'm not going to sit there and just shit on him. But I'm going to be honest. M's head got big. I don't know how this whole fucking shit started. But, make a long story short, I think fucking Rap Devil was the shit. The music behind it.
It definitely was for the time.
I got a shovel. Everything he did was just boom, bang.
That's so weird out of context. I got a shovel. I'm like, that's
no, he just says when he goes, I'm gonna bury you with a shovel, and that I'm gonna put you in my.
I haven't listened to it.
I'm gonna put you in my scope, in my sight, you don't want to smoke, dude. It was
yeah, the way he's saying it. Yeah.
It was perfect. M came back, whatever, but for me, and I know there's a lot of other guys out there. I was reading. That's why I brought this up. That the game was asked. The game was
what game?
The Game is a rapper from the West Coast that he came in. 50 Cent signed him, and he was big for about 2 albums. And then I don't know. He had some beef with 50 and whatever, and fucking Eminem. And I think maybe because of that beef, he said what he said, but. In all honesty, they asked him, who you think smoked who? And he goes, I love M. M signed me to Interscope or whatever. He goes, credit is where credit is due. Fucking Rap Devil, just fucking,
Right.
So it's just bang, it's over. So I agree with the Game. But
Definitely. Me too.
I mean, yeah, we listened to it. I even asked you for your honest opinion. You were like, yeah, M was good, but Rap Devil was the shit. Like, it just was like assassination right there, bro,
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were talking about Epstein.
How the fuck did we get to fucking Rap Devil and fucking MGK?
That's why it's called the Mood Lounge Show.
Bro, like,
show with a twist.
The wrong kind of twist. The fucking twist on the nipple.
Frisco. Hey. So, yeah.
Yeah.
What else you got on your list? Because Epstein Island's list will be released soon at a theater near you.
Oh, speaking of theaters, you actually got my fucking next fucking thing.
Go ahead.
So, Wenatchee, I think it's called, or Wenatchee? I don't know what the fuck.
One Eye Coochie? What?
Yeah, One Eye Coochie. Yeah, One Eye Coochie Liberty Cinema collapsed. You know, thank God nobody was hurt.
Where the fuck is this? In Japan?
No, I think it's in Washington or some shit. Or I don't know where the fuck it is, but it's like some weird ass
State?
name. I don't know. I think
It's got like that fucking Native
it's got
American
a stupid ass name. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't fucking know. It's weird, but they were premiering fucking the new Captain America or whatever. And the reason why nobody was hurt was because that's the movie that was playing. So nobody was hurt because nobody was watching it.
So now that you mentioned this, I just have to interject for a second.
What?
We were getting haircuts on Friday, and our barber, he asked me straight. He goes, "Hey, have you gotten to catch that new Captain America?" And I was like, "No."
Did he really ask you that?
Yeah, and he was like so excited about it. He was like, "Hey, did you happen to catch that new Captain America?" And I was just like, "Nah." He goes, "Yo, you really need to." I was like, "Nah."
Yeah, fucking right. No,
I just was like, "Nah,
Dude.
Yo, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I seen the fucking, the
Coming
trailers and the coming attractions and all of that shit. I am not feeling Falcon turning into fucking Captain America. I don't give a fuck if it happened in the comic books or not. I don't care if there was a black character in there. I just don't like this guy. Like,
Why don't you like
I don't
him?
like his acting chops and skills, and I just don't like. He was good. Like, he's got that kind of like, I'm kind of a mixture of Will Smith and Richard Pryor. Like, I don't know. I don't like him. And he was good as Falcon, but then when they started giving him more screen time,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. It just didn't grab me. I'm not even going to give it when it comes out for free, that's how much I give a shit about this. When it comes out for free, I will watch it. And I'm making a prediction that it's a flop. Because
Everybody's already saying it's a flop.
Well,
so.
thank you. There you go.
Yeah.
Because I'm not reading people going
It flopped harder than the cinema. So,
it flopped harder than
the fucking ceiling
than my
collapsed.
dick after 4 hours of sex.
All right.
Flop. Yes.
It flopped harder than Red Hulk's penis fucking as soon as he fucking transformed.
Yeah, I don't.
Which that introduction was weird because how the fuck did the new Captain America get him to calm down just by talking to him?
I don't know.
But previously, you know what I mean, like pre-Infinity War Hulk, he needed to actually fucking...
I have an idea. Light bulb just lit up.
Light
over
bulb,
my head.
what?
Light bulb. So, you know how the Green Hulk liked Black Widow to talk to him and kind of like go in his palm. Like,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Calm him down. Like, actually, you know what I
Right.
mean? So,
So-
let me guess. This is the gay fucking...
Yes,
Oh.
yes. I think it's the 2024...
Well, look, I actually...
And-
I saw the scene or whatever the hell, like on YouTube or whatever.
think
It was
it's-
so stupid because, oh my God, a little fucking cherry blossom petal fell off a fucking tree and it landed on his hand while he was talking to him. He's like, I don't have to be mad anymore. And he fucking shrinks down the Harrison Ford.
Can I ask you a question, though?
What?
Was it fucking Mark Ruffalo's voice?
No.
It was somebody else's voice?
What do you mean?
As in Red Hulk?
No, Harrison Ford is Red Hulk.
What?
It's a different character. Did you not watch the fucking thing at all?
Not that part, no.
You didn't watch the trailers, no?
No. I seen some trailers,
No,
but not
because
that
it's
one.
Harrison Ford giving the speech as the president or whatever, and he somehow transforms for some unknown fucking reason.
Good, so Mark isn't at all.
No.
Thank you,
But I don't
Lord.
know what the
yes,
fuck-
Jesus.
I don't know what the fuck happened to him, but like he looked like a fucking like an old ass testicle. Like as soon as he fucking
Yeah.
untransformed from the Red Hulk, you know what I mean? But like I don't know. That's just I don't know. That whole fucking scene looked stupid to me.
I mean, my honest opinion, I think the Marvel universe is dead.
Yeah.
I think once they did Endgame,
Yeah, after that final snap, it was like it's
yeah, and I think
So I don't know how the fuck the new Avengers is gonna do though.
Yeah, I
You know
don't
what I mean?
either.
Like with the Doctor Doom.
yeah. See, I don't,
feel like it's gonna be good, but like only because of fucking
Downey.
Downey.
Yeah, I think Robert Downey Jr. RDJ is gonna fucking
Carry the fucking
carry
shit
that.
out of that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. After they had great writers, they had great directors and everything, but unfortunately, with all this gay undertones and the LGBT thing and the fucking wokeness, fucking Disney took that shit over. Once Disney took it over, the only thing that I can say Disney was man enough to let happen was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Right.
Because there was so many fucking anti fucking Disney references and fucking 20th Century Fox and this and that.
See, I don't understand this though. They'll like crank out all these shitty fucking stupid ass fucking woke movies, but then they'll take a dig on the chin like fucking that movie.
Well, you gotta understand.
Like, what the fuck, man? You're not understanding like how you're making money. You know what I mean?
Look, you have to understand. They have all these woke people and all these LGBTQ people working in Disney that are calling the shots.
But
for an example, you had a woke, LGBTQ friendly vice president or whatever the fuck of sales in Bud Light.
Right.
And that bitch let fucking that Muldooney fucking little character come on, and it was, dude, that was a death sentence. This bitch later just said, I made a mistake. Yo, you didn't just make a mistake. You buried the fucking company. Bud Light's never going to see the light of day again.
Right.
Okay? So it's the same shit with Disney. Disney's just cranking out, hey, are you gay? Are you fucking
it's
this?
so stupid. Like, you're doing all this. You're seeing that you're losing money, and the only way that you're going to fucking go back to doing it, which you shouldn't be doing, is to literally take it in the ass. Like, literally on screen, it's like fucking Deadpool is constantly reaming them. Like,
well, you do know
over.
that Disney is also a fucking huge pedophilia shit and whatever the fuck. So I think they just, fucking Walt Disney is turning over in his grave right now because he's just like, hey, I just said piddle one kid, not the whole nation.
Yeah.
But I think they're doing this and they have this agenda where if we push it hard enough, eventually something will take. Look.
No.
I'm going to be honest. What was the movie that we seen where it had... Oh, that movie that we seen with the kids in school?
What movie?
It was the high school kids and then fucking the girl shat in the car and she shat all over the fucking Prius.
No, it was Tesla. I forgot what it was called, though.
Incoming. So...
Why did they call it Incoming?
Incoming!
Incoming.
Oh, yeah. So Incoming because they're coming into high school first year.
Okay, yeah.
So... But anyway, that movie, even that movie on Netflix turned around and it really pissed me the fuck off. Why? Because it had gay undertones. They had to throw one of the characters, the main character, to be fucking gay. Then the two guys fucking going at it, fucking, packing beef in the fucking closet. Just, like, dude. They were doing that and they were showing a softer side to one guy and one character. All right. I stomached it. I allowed it, okay. But I still said I hated that scene. That scene should have been cut out. It should have been done a little different. I think people want normalcy. To us, that's not
normality.
Normality. I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me.
Sorry,
normality.
I didn't know you making
no, thank you. Normality. I think everybody wants that. 60% of the people want that. The other 30, 40 that are like, well, let's give it a shot. We've been giving it a shot for a while, and you've been shooting loads on my face, and I don't like it. I have these fucking fucking glasses that go like
fucking windshield wipers.
Yeah. Dude. So, but anyway, so I think them doing that, I just think it's gonna be a shit show for them. I think when Deadpool was thrown on their desk, they were like hesitant. Hesitant. Yeah. But what's his name
they
kept
definitely
fucking...
were with the whole She-Hulk scandal too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they were like
they wanted to push whatever the fuck they wanted to, and he's like, no, you're gonna either accept the movie
God
the way
bless
that
him.
it fucking, you know what I mean? I'm making it, and you're gonna make a shitload of money, or you're gonna go.
What's his name again?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. God bless you, Ryan Reynolds, because he said no, and he said I want this. Like he was fighting for Captain America to be and Thor to be in this. They were like not willing, They were like, no, you don't want to let. Yeah. So they let. Okay,
well, they should have fucking let him because look how much money it made him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like
that's how the shit should fucking work. It's like
but it was funny that Johnny Blaze was in it.
Yeah,
it was funny. Okay?
Yeah, no, that completely.
I loved it. I actually loved it, and I'm gonna be honest. It was just the shit. That movie, Rock. We watched it the other night, me and Jay. Like it was last week. We watched it, just to watch it. And dude,
he's gonna say it, flame on. What the shit?
Yeah, like he's gonna say it, and he just goes flame on, and he just
what the fuck?
He just what the fuck, dude. Phenomenal movie. All the characters he brought back in, Elektra, fucking,
X-13, I think it was, right?
Yeah,
that was fucking perfect for the writing.
It was, and let me tell you something. If he never does
that after Logan,
listen, if he never does another Deadpool, and it just stays at a trilogy, that'll be a trilogy in history. Okay, that's a box set that I'd like to buy. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'd like a fourth. Like,
yeah, who wouldn't like a fourth?
Well, listen,
man?
I'd like a fourth before Ryan Reynolds gets old, because if you watch the birth of Deadpool, you know, like through the history, and it's just like he was younger, and now he's getting a little older. If he could just pull one more, you know, but I don't think he's gonna. I think that alternate universe that he lives in with all his, you know, it would be nice though, like a fourth one. You know, it would be nice, but you know, sometimes you don't fuck with what's not broken. You know what I'm saying? So
you got to learn when to stop adding.
Right,
you know
right.
I mean?
So, you know, but he did make a couple of references that now, you know, we're going to bring you back fucking forever.
Till you're 90.
Till you're 90, you know. Yeah. So you never know. It may be, you know, they may fucking jump on the bandwagon and do something with the X-Men too.
Yeah.
You know, because this is spinning off shit. But
yeah,
I like getting back to the Marvel thing. I think Marvel's going to have to fucking really nut up a big one. You know, like really.
I think they're gonna start flopping. You know what I mean? Like maybe like only one thing, like with, you know what I mean, like with Doctor Doom now, probably is gonna do okay. Yeah. Then they're gonna try to spin off of it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have like in the back of my mind, I'm really nervous that this may be it for Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that if he does, he's gonna pull it off.
Yeah.
He's a fucking accomplished actor. If you ever seen Chaplin,
no,
motherfucker.
I'm saying he's gonna carry that. It's just the fucking movies are gonna tank like right after, because
I think.
then they're gonna try again and be like, hey, let's do this retarded ass writing, and then let's have like 30 gay scenes. And
let me ask you: do you think that they're gonna bring the Black Captain America in the new Avengers?
Probably. I don't fucking know. Look, honestly,
Kill the character
with how they did the Winter Soldier and Black Falcon or whatever the fuck,
right?
Whatever it was called,
whatever it's called, yeah.
And like with all the fucking, like they had to like mainly do the racial tones, which it's like, how the fuck did he not get profiled during the other Avengers? You know what I mean? Like, how did he not get racially profiled? How did he not get fucking, you know what I mean, almost arrested?
True.
Why the fuck do we need that? You know what I mean? Who cares?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck do you not know that he's a Falcon? Either way.
And I mean, and introducing gay characters and whatever, woke characters.
Look, honestly, like, I don't care if the dude's gay or not. Just write the dude correctly.
Yeah, write him correctly.
Don't have him constantly saying some stupid gay quip like, oh my God, this reminds me of the time I took dick in the closet. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or some shit.
I
dude, I don't want to hear that, you know?
I agree with you.
So it's like, if you want to have a gay love interest or whatever the fuck, do it correctly. Like, you both had this trauma, whatever the blah, 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 blah. Write it correctly.
Yeah, because
The Last of Us is one that I'm going to have to fucking, you know what I mean, pull out of my ass right here, because like they wrote Ellie correctly, you know what I mean, in the game.
They did, and it was acceptable.
It was acceptable because it's like there's all this shit going on, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, cool.
True.
I understand, you know what I mean? And then she tried to go straight, you know what I mean? Then it's like she was like, okay, well, I can't, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, you tried. I understand.
True.
You know, you're cool.
As long as they don't pull in Eternals. The Eternals left such a bad fucking taste in my mouth. If I ever, I mean, I could only say this: if I ever was to be gay, it would be a bad taste in my mouth. Okay? And that movie,
No pun intended.
That movie left a gay bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just too much, man. Especially because the character that I saw in Bullet Train, I forgot which the black guy was Tangerine.
I think he was Lemon.
And then the other guy was Tangerine.
The other guy
right?
was Tangerine.
Okay, so Lemon, he played the black guy, the brother of the white guy, and you know, I was like, oh, this guy's gangster. And then I see him fucking sucking cock and blowing this fucking Spanish guy in his living room. Like, no.
Dude.
No.
So, wait, let me ask. Was the Eternals the one with, like, the celestial beings and shit, or no? Like, that they had, like, these big-ass fucking...
It was called Internals or fucking...
Eternals. I'm saying, like...
The Eternals, yeah.
Eternals. Was it the one with, like, with these, like, celestial beings that they tried to explain?
Okay.
Okay.
And
because I was reading up on their...
Jolie was in that, too.
I was reading up on their next thing, the Thunderbolts or whatever, right?
Thunderbolts.
It's like, it's the, you know what I mean, Avengers adjacent bullshit.
But when you say Thunderbolts, the first thing that come into my mind is Lion-O and fucking Pantero.
Oh,
the fucking Thundercats.
Well, no, I was reading... I was watching because, like, they introduced a fucking so overpowered character that could kill all of them in, like, 2 seconds. He's called Sentry. And he's got the power from the Eternals, the fucking celestial beings.
So they included them. Huh?
If you watch the trailer, he's literally killing people. Like, in the first 2 seconds, he's like, boom, your shadow, boom, your shadow, boom, you're dead. You're dead. Like, in the snap, literally in the snap of a finger. So it's like, I don't know what kind of fucking bum-ass writing you're going to pull out of your ass to save this, but...
Got to find out what that guy's kryptonite is.
I already know it's going to be the power of friendship or something. You don't have to do this, please. You know what I mean?
The only way you can kill him is
We have teamwork.
cross swords with him.
Yeah. The fuck, bro.
There you go. There you go, you gay undertones.
Yeah, but he's pretty much like Marvel Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like toned up like a
Well,
lot
I'm
more.
so glad that I didn't get to see fucking Superman versus fucking Black Adam.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been fucking The Rock. I mean, it's bad enough he's got hair care products. But then I looked into that. It's not just hair care products.
What is it?
It's also deodorants, antiperspirants,
Oh, come on,
lotions, and whatever.
His head looks
and
like an armpit. I understand that, but like, what the fuck? Like, seriously?
Papa Tooey. Papa Tooey.
Papa Tooey, Papa.
You got to grab that thing and Papa Tooey on it.
What the fuck, man? Nah. Man, let that fucking meme die.
All right. So you have anything else before I get into my stories from the street?
Well, actually, let's talk about the Thunderbolts more. What do you think's going to happen there? Because I saw the Winter Soldier's character, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's cool that they're kind of bringing back that fucking, that crazy fucking shit that he does.
I like the Winter Soldier. I like that other guy that plays the Crimson, what is it? What is he called?
Crimson Chin? What?
Not the Crimson Chin.
The fuck are you talking about? The Crimson
Chin. Whatever
the
guy
Red
was,
Guardian or whatever?
The Red
fuck?
Guardian.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, that guy's a fucking great actor.
Yeah, I love him. And I like Black Widow's sister. Yeah, so, you know.
I didn't like the film, though, that fucking they did.
Yeah, I didn't like that thing.
Don't get me wrong. It's like I like the character and everything. You know what I mean? I'm not hating the character. It's just the way that the CGI was done in the movie, the fucking way that the movie was being done, the way that Taskmaster was done. Fucking like shit.
I did.
Taskmaster was such a good villain too because like he would fucking whoop Spider-Man's ass all day in fucking like the actual game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's a really good villain.
Yeah,
but they just completely shat all over him.
Well.
And they turned him into a girl. But that's not the point.
Talking about like this Marvel shit too. Like I read the other day that the Venom, the Venom shit is dead, and the only way they're gonna revive Venom is that when Eddie, like whatever, he jumped off of Eddie, there was a speck left on a bar. That bar goes onto a glass and it finds its way to a host, and then it ends up.
Yeah, I want to see the
inhabiting Peter
I want to see
Parker.
the Spider-Man versus Venom shit.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's going to show you that, and it's going to bring Tom Holland.
Yeah.
You know, and
give him a chance to do his. You know,
yeah,
that would be nice.
So yeah, that's going to come back. So that if they tie it in like that, pretty cool.
They're gonna have to throw in the Miles Morales shit though. So
well,
I don't know.
I mean,
you know what I'm talking about, right? Black Spider-Man.
Yeah, Black Spider-Man. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean,
as
it
long
looks
as they
like
don't racially overtone that shit.
I think it looks like they're gonna make a good comeback with that. But the other shows, I don't know. I mean, the Thunderbolts, I think it's going to be a good comic relief. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be a Thunderbolts 2 Beyond the Universe or
I don't know how I just don't know how the fuck. I just don't know how they're going to take down Sentry, man.
I don't know
what I mean. If you got somebody that's like in the snap of a finger, exactly like Thanos, you know what I mean, pulling some shit like that. I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to.
I just think look, all the original characters, you know, fucking the Avengers, Iron Man, all of that, all had its roots in the fucking 50s and 60s. Maybe even some of them in the 40s, but whatever. And there was no gay undertones back then, whatever. As they got into the late 70s, you have to put a little bit of this and put a little of that. And in the 80s, they fucking completely revamped everything. They wanted to include everybody, so even gay boys can sit there and fucking open up a comic book and be like, "Oh my god, he looks fantastic."
Superman's got pink kryptonite. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love this.
It's honestly not needed, man.
Yeah, it's not needed, but whatever. Look, let's just hope and pray that this new Avengers that comes out will be fucking worthy, because if it's going to be Doctor Doom, it's going to be the end of everything. I mean,
look, let's be honest. It already ended. You know what I mean?
After
Endgame, it was pretty much the Endgame.
But it was phenomenal how the writers put that shit together from the beginning to the
And their hardest scene, I think, it was either the funeral or like getting everybody in, like to do like the the lineup that they did.
And I mean, and they were talking crazy that Tony Stark's daughter was going to be the new Iron Man, that fucking Pepper Potts was going to be the new Iron Woman or whatever. Look, I don't know if they're going
to do all that. But they wanted to, because they had the deleted scene. If you've seen the deleted scene, you remember or no?
No.
He snaps his fingers, and you know how Thanos, when he snapped his fingers, he popped up in like the weird like soul world or whatever, and he's talking to like Gamora as a like little kid.
Right.
That's what happened for Tony, but Tony talked to I forgot what her name was, but it's his daughter.
Right.
What's her name?
I forgot her name.
Okay, whatever the fuck. Random woman number 3.
Right.
Yeah, random woman number 3 but she's all grown up. You know what I mean? So like she's a teenager now, and like he's just like, you know what I mean, talking like, you know what I mean. And then like he does all that like, you know, the cushy like I love you 3000 shit before he
right.
You know what I mean, goes, which that was a perfect fucking scene too with that they did.
I mean, look, I would like
kept that in.
I would like the Iron Man to come out in that direction, but knowing fucking Disney and Marvel,
not to do it as Iron Man though. You know what I mean? Because you're just gonna fuck up the legacy. No. Just spin it off. Right. You know what I mean? Don't include all this sexist
I agree.
bullshit. No. Oh, what? The metal can't. You know what I mean? Like it can't be. Why does it have to be an Iron Man? You know what I mean?
No, look, it does. I agree with you 100%. But I just hope. What I was gonna say. I hope they don't spin it off and let's say they let her become Iron Man. They don't say Iron Woman. What Iron Man stays with that. You know. And they don't like turn into a gay overtone, like where she's a lesbian.
What, you know what I'm
trying to say? Like, don't.
That's like just out of nowhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that.
So,
yeah, I don't know.
But all right, I guess that's enough talking about that because I don't want to be doing a fucking
enough homosexual fucking overtones here and racial.
So we're gonna do another stories from the street where I tell you a story from the street. So the other day I was watching
Birdcage. Oh, no bad.
I was watching.
If you haven't guessed,
I was watching 52 Topics with Frank Fiordolino, and he was talking about breakdancing and the 80s. How everybody had a breakdancing crew in the neighborhood. Breaking the movie came out. So
I gotta ask, what was the whole deal with that, like serving people and shit? You know what I mean? Like when you start breakdancing,
right?
Like, you have a dance off or some shit. Like
what it is you gotta do a move.
Because like today, it's not like that. It's just like you know what I mean. You disrespect somebody. Like, oh, it's like that, and like you just get shot.
Hold up,
you know
a second. What I mean? What ended up happening was gangs were rampant in the 70s. So when the b-boy culture started coming out and the rap and all of that, and they started doing their dancings, and I spoke to my friend Sal, as I told you, and he had a bar in Ridgewood. It was called the Vox. So I spoke to him about it. He says, you know, you could say whatever you got to say. So I wanted to mention his bar. It was a place where everybody was hanging out in the late 80s, early 90s, more the early 90s. Before that, it was Villa Cafe.
That was the spot, though.
That was the spot. But, you know, I'll mention about that in the next show because it kind of ties in the Yugos and whatever in the neighborhood, how everybody who is anybody used to come to all these bars and whatever, and I'll mention other bars as well. But getting back to my story, me and my friend, a good friend of mine, Oliver, God rest his soul, we grew up together. His father was from Bosnia, his mother's Romanian. My dad's from Bosnia, my mother's Romanian. We're like 3 towns away from each other in that area of Serbia. So when we grew up, you know, everybody predominantly knew each other. So me and Ali started hanging out once I got to 7th grade. My mom knew his mom before that. But, you know, we were into like kind of like heavy metal. We had our hair long and whatnot. But breakdancing was becoming, you know, like it was it. And we were like 2 goofballs. We'd be like in the basement, you know, and we'd be playing like fucking, you know, whatever the breakdancing music with the Africa Bambaataa, you know, Planet Rock, this and that. And, you know, he would be doing his popping and locking. And we put like a piece of linoleum on the floor and we tried to do like fucking windmills. And we got pretty decent, you know. And we had like 2 other guys from the neighborhood that was with us. And we'd go around the neighborhood looking to battle. You know, if we got our ass handed, we got our ass handed. But it was the most fucking weirdest scene. Like 2 guys in army jackets and fucking long hair and like fucking like a spike thing, you know, fucking doing this. So it was weird, but there was a lot of guys in the neighborhood that were good at it. Harmon Breakers was one. Then there was, I'm trying to remember, what the fuck was the name? Yeah, I think the Seneca Boys, it could be that. They started to do that, you know, the breakdance. And then, you know, everybody would come to the neighborhood. Like, if you had like a little strip, like 2 blocks, like Harmon Street. So that's why they would call it Harmon Breakers. They all either close or around Harmon. And it was a phenomenal time, you know, seeing these things. So I ended up meeting a guy from the Rocksteady crew. And how I met him, in those days, like I said, you know, if anybody listens to my stories, you know, I was just so hard up just to anybody famous, anybody that's a somebody. I just wanted to attach myself to him so that I could say I knew this guy, that I ran with him, that whatever. So at that time, for that little bit that I was doing breakdancing, we ran into this guy, Robert Taylor. his street name was Lee. He was in the movie Breakin'. Not Breakin'.
Was it?
Beatstreet. He was in Beatstreet. My bad. Breakin' was a West Coast film. So he was in Beatstreet, and he was in the Rocksteady crew. He was a little black guy, maybe your height, maybe 5'8", around there. He was a little short, but stocky. He had a name belt Lee. So we met him at a carnival. Not a carnival, more like not a carnival. It's more like, what did they call them back then when you used to have those feet? Not a feast.
A fair? No.
Like a fair? Is that it? It wasn't a street fair, but like in the back of a church in the parking lot? Festival. Okay, so it was a festival. Each church would have like a festival. They'd bring these carnival rides and whatever. So me, Ali, and a bunch of the guys, a couple of Harmon Breaker guys, we were there, and there was other neighborhood gangs at the time. Like Ali had an uncle that was in the Knights. They were off of Menahan and Forest. Then there was the Italian Playboys. Then there was the Italian Juniors. Then there was the Ridgewood Boys. Everybody was there. And I see this guy operating a ride. And I look and I go, yo, that's the guy from fucking, Beatstreet. No, it's not him. Me, ballsy me, right? So I walk over and I go, hey, are you Lee from Beatstreet? He goes, yeah. Fuck out of here. He goes, yeah. I go, Ali, come in. It's fucking Lee from Beatstreet. And he had the belt buckle. It was like a nameplate belt buckle, and it said Lee. He was working the rides. So we started asking him questions. He goes, hey, I get off at 11. So they were going to be there for 3 days. So I was just like, yo, you got to hang out with us. We got weed. We got we're going to buy 40s, And he was like, all right, bet, and he hung out with us. He stayed at Ali's house, for those 3 days, every day before work and after work, we would hang out with him, and he would show us how to do certain shit, and it was just fucking ironic. This is one of many famous people that I've met, and I've told you stories, and I got pictures and whatnot. So hanging out with him, and I tried to introduce him at the fair. I was like, hey, this guy's from the Harmon Breakers. So the next day, early, we went to Harmon Street, and he was there, and he was doing it, and people were bugging out there, bringing out cameras, the old-fashioned fucking,
Yeah.
So they took pictures and whatnot, and if anybody that watches my show that was part of the Harmon Breakers or remembers me, dude, reach out to me on the Mood Lounge show. I'd love to have that fucking picture, okay? But so we met Robert Taylor, a.k.a. Lee, from Rocksteady Crew. So I wanted to throw that story in because, it just, I'm stuck in the 80s, stuck in the 90s. Those were just some really fast unraveling times. It's like 6 months you're doing this, then 6 months you're doing that. It wasn't like some guys got stuck doing whatever. So most of Ridgewood, they were okay, it was breakdancing that was popular and some rap music or whatever, they were doing it. And then all of a sudden, when that cuisine thing took off, where the Italians were all hey, with the duck-ass fucking haircut, the DAs and the...
Call it a duck-ass haircut.
I'll tell you why they called it a duck-ass, because it's a DA. You push it back,
right,
and, you comb it back, and you got to blow-dry it. And then in the back, the way you comb it, it goes like this, and it looked like a fucking duck's ass, bro. So that's why it's called a DA, a duck's ass. Right? So, but everybody was they had a fucking I had a DA too when I cut my hair short. Walking around, hey, you doing? And, 1 minute I was like, yeah, rock on, dude. And the next minute I'm like, hey, que a dish? It's retarded. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so that was my story from the fucking street. It wasn't a long, blurted out story. Last week, we talked about the clone cell phones. It didn't take off so much on YouTube as it did on fucking TikTok. I posted up that short. And oh my God, in 3 days, I got 10,000 fucking hits. 10,000 may not mean a lot to certain people out there, but it means a lot to me because that's 10,000 people that have never heard our show. And they loved it. I mean, I got such great fucking feedback. People were like, oh my God, we used to do Ericsson's. Oh my God, I used to work in a cell store, and we'd be selling the numbers. And I'm like, yeah, but all those people that were doing it, they weren't doing it for fucking ever. They were doing it for a little bit of time. They made their fucking cash. They got arrested. They got busted. Everybody had to move on to bigger and better things. And that was just the one thing that we were doing in the 80s, and early 90s.
Right.
So I wanted just to say about that story. And the reason I mentioned that story is because even though he did that movie, Lee did that movie, he didn't get paid shit. He even said, he goes, I didn't make shit. He goes, I'm famous in the neighborhoods, but I'm a nobody. Like, he tried to do some other things I looked up, tried to do some other acting things, but nothing ever panned out. It was always like fucking B movies and whatnot. And supposedly now he's in the Bronx teaching bebopping and breakdancing to other kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, giving them the schooling on what the original stuff was about. Most of the original Rocksteady crew also disbanded, made their own crews. One moved to Arizona, the other one moved to L.A. Two people moved to L.A. A couple of the other guys, two of them were murdered, actually.
Over what? The fuck? Like, don't tell me they fucking like schooled somebody.
No, what ended up happening was in the 90s, the drugs were, fucking. During the 80s, crack was a big fucking thing. And then in the 90s, crack was still going, and, turf war, drug wars, whatever. One of the guys got killed. And another guy, I guess, was questioning why he was murdered and whatever. And that guy was taken into a garage, tortured for hours, and dismembered. Yeah. And now Crazy Legs, that's part of that fucking crew or whatever, he won't speak about it. Like, they ask him, what happened with those two guys that got murdered? Doesn't want to talk about it. So it's like, don't bring up the dead because,
Yeah.
So, but I hope you guys got that little story and thought it was, it was funny, it was entertaining, whatever. Next time I'll give you a better story, but that was just the story that came to mind. And we're gonna do at the end of the show. We're always gonna do now a stories from the street until I fucking don't really have much.
Now we're gonna do a reaction of Birdcage, as if we haven't seen it for like 30 times. Like,
not for nothing, but people have been asking me to do reaction videos. I don't know what the deal is with reaction videos because
they want to see your reaction. That's the whole point. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody does it over the top to the point where it's like, bro, what the fuck?
Listen, I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to say something, and what I'm trying to say is that I don't know what the copyright's going to be on that because is that I'm going to get hit with copyright. So if I get hit with copyright, does that mean I can't get monetized on that fucking whole thing?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I need to call up a few people. I need to call up Jeff Nadeau and ask him because he can tell me about copyright. Because he's dabbled in that, and he's been hit and whatever. And I need to find out what's going on because I don't want to like start doing reaction videos and then I fucking can't get monetized. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll do maybe like whatever, a minute, 2 minutes, and be like, hey, put up the thing and react to it. But I guess that's it for the show. We're right at the hour mark. So hit the like.
Comment down below.
Subscribe.
Hit that notification bell so you don't miss us.
And please share our clips.
Yep.
We would appreciate it if you could share our clips. And we'll catch you on the next time of the Mood Lounge. Peace.